Compton, for real, had something to say, still have something to say, right? Like it is, I remember first, hearing some of the music and saying, whoa, this is hardcore. This isn't East Coast shit. They were laying it down and really being vocal and unapologetically Black. And it was really powerful for someone like me, an immigrant, to hear that, because I was like, yeah, we need to stand up for our rights. Now, of course, we have our KRS Ones and Public Enemy, but it was a different style. It was a different style, and it really made an impression on me. And so did the women, from Medusa to, of course, Yo-Yo and, Ava and JJ Fad. When I heard JJ Supersonic, I was like, what? Oh,
yeah,
it was just a different beat, different style. And so much props and love to Compton.
That's cool.
And all the women in hip hop in California.
Okay, so specifically, Martha, specifically for you, I want to ask you, like, from your perspective as a hip hop scholar, being from the East Coast, how would you describe Compton's impact on the emergence of hip hop?
Well, like I just said, it was different. It was a different sound, style. Right. And then also it was interesting because, hearing You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo, we saw the similarities. We saw that, Queen Latifah is like, who you calling a bitch, and saying it her way. And here comes Yo-Yo, you can't play with my yo-yo. And it was just like, yeah, women are speaking up in the East Coast and the West Coast. And it really, I think changed how women were being perceived, especially during that time. We start to see the whole video vixen come up, and be the main attraction in music videos. I remember Sister Soldier came in and came out. Like, what happened to her? Yeah. Like, because she spoke up so ferociously, like it was too much for the industry. But somehow, Yo-Yo remained there, and she kept up. She was, look at that, and so for hip hop feminism, I think that played a big role, seeing the East Coast, West Coast connection, and Compton and the women of hip hop in California to have their voices and their music. And it varied so much, like you have your Mystic up in the Bay Area, and then, you have Medusa is so powerful. She's so multi-talented. She could sing, she could,
I love Medusa.
She could do it all, play instruments. I mean, and then, and then I would say that what really was a turning point was when I learned about what Yo-Yo was doing with the school. And then I, because at that point I was already documenting how hip hop is being used in the classroom. And we know that California has been a trailblazer in this education space with hip hop and education, but seeing Yo-Yo, she was probably the first female artist that I know of that really used hip hop in the education field, right? I don't know anyone before.
No, that's right. I was there when Kofi Lomote was talking about cultural competency.
Yes. So so I think
great.
There are many milestones that for women in hip hop that we have to thank, California, specifically Compton, for, our development.